Hi everyone, it's Laurel O'Sullivan, your astro advocate, here to talk to you about the full moon in Capricorn happening on June 24th at 2:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, what is this full moon about? Full moons are about completions. It's when the sun is opposing the moon. So, the moon is in Capricorn and the sun is in Cancer. This full moon is about an opportunity to get clarity on what the pandemic has meant for you. It's an opportunity to overcome hard chapters in our lives, especially over the last 18 months. There's a paradigm shift happening here where we are moving out of the patriarchal system and honoring our feelings more. Capricorn is an earth sign. It's associated with the mountain goat, with climbing that mountain, with doing the hard work. It likes things to be clear and concrete. And so this is the time for us to get really clear about our goals and the direction of our life because we are opening up to seeing things in a new and a different way. Under stress, Capricorn can become hardened from its feelings, but a healthy Capricorn is connected to our feelings. And so this is an opportunity for us to ask ourselves, where am I headed? What do I need to address? What needs to be in place over the next 6 months for me to reach my goals, but to do so in a balanced way? And that's where this journey over the next 6 months might feel a little bit challenging because we are feeling motivated to move forward, and yet there can be this tendency under Capricorn to become out of touch with our feelings. So this is an invitation to come into greater balance, realizing that we can fulfill our goals and connect with our feelings. Integration is another way of saying this, integrating the masculine and the feminine within us. So it's about a new beginning for potentially an old idea. This is also the first moon, a lunar cycle in Capricorn that we've had in 18 months that hasn't had an eclipse associated with it. So in some ways, there's a little bit less intensity, which is a good thing. So this is about revisiting old ideas and making the most of them. And because it is the sign of Capricorn, which is that goal-driven earth sign that's steady and consistent, it's about taking responsibility, making firm decisions, and assessing what we might need to cut out of our life, things that are no longer serving us, things that are taking up time and that we realize now are not actual priorities we're concerned with. So what do you want to do with your time, and how do you make adjustments to overcome any limitations? Because being productive is really important to the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn is about the energetic management of your life and your priorities and what's important to you. So all of those are being reassessed here. But the good news is that we're getting stronger. It's a reality check for how far you've come and asking yourself, how do you want to finish the year? What are realistic goals? What am I building towards that's going to bring me the rewards that truly matter to me in my life? And right now, we start the year in the sign of the Capricorn and we end the year in Capricorn. And so the midpoint check-in makes sense that there's a full moon. It's a great time to come up with your 6-month plan. The ruler of Capricorn is Saturn, and currently the planet Saturn is retrograde. So whenever a planet's a retrograde, it's about reassessing what's important to us and how we communicate that with others. So with this sign, this full moon is about not just reassessing our goals and reestablishing our direction and what's important to us, but also being clear in how we communicate. We just had that solar eclipse on June 10th in the sign of Gemini, so this idea of a new opportunity, a new way of communicating, you can listen to that video as well to learn more about that. So we're bringing things to a completion, and we're maybe reassessing things that we first thought of or came to our awareness back in January. So we're stepping towards something that we've been working on or thinking about for a while, and now we're ready to take the action steps. And in 2 weeks with the new moon, that will be a great time to start it. So this is a precursor to starting new things. So like I said, it's a good time to review things. Did we fulfill our intentions that we set at the beginning of the year? Whatever you started in January may come back, or it might even manifest now. So, for example, if you lost your job, a new one might be coming forward. If there was a relationship that was being challenged, you might be able to fix it. These next 2 weeks are an opportunity for reassessing and establishing a plan for moving forward. Now, there are a few challenging aspects to be aware of with this full moon, as there are with every full and new moon. There's an energy surrounding the moon, so I want to share a little bit about that. In the sign of Capricorn, the moon is considered to be not strong, to be in its detriment, as we say, because it's the furthest away from the sign of Cancer. And in the sign of Cancer, the moon is considered to be strong. And with this full moon, we have 3 oppositions happening, which is planets that are standing directly across from each other in the sky. And we have Venus and Pluto and Mars and Saturn. And the sun and the moon, of course, are always opposed in a full moon. So this is about adjusting deadlines, and whenever we have oppositions, it's frequently energy coming from someone, from a relationship, from somebody else. So someone might be prompting us to go forward, but we might need to feel like we need to take more time. It could also show up as my needs versus your needs, or this idea generally of how do I manage my time and be practical about it. You might be feeling outside pressure. So Mars is in Leo. So that Mars-Saturn opposition, Mars in Leo wants to do its own thing, but it's getting slowed down. So it's important to remember we're building towards something. Capricorn is an earth sign. It's slow and steady. So you might feel a little bit of frustration initially. There could be a reason to hit pause. It's not a time to rush. At the beginning of July, there's a slowdown happening. We have a lot of planets in retrograde right now, but do know that you are being supported and moving towards your goal. So we can't always have our foot on the gas. So we need to learn to modulate, and that's what this full moon is about. It's about understanding when we need to pause to see if we have all the full information and details, because when we pause and reassess, that takes us out of our limited perspective and prompts us to ask questions so that we can get greater clarity and be sure that what we are doing is fully aligned with our intention and with our energy. And the last thing that I'll share is that Saturn and Uranus, that square, that's the dominant energy pattern this year. I've made a video about that as well, which you can click on in the link below. Saturn and Uranus is about a pull between the past and structure and stability and freedom. And in this, on June 14th, this energy is going to, there's going to be 3 perfect hits of this energy. One was in February, the second was June 14th, and the third is going to be December 24th. So last week when this occurred, the stronger planet was Uranus, which means that we are being pulled, we are feeling more of a pull towards that future, towards that freedom, towards that manifestation of who we were created to be, not conditioned to be. So I view that as very positive energy. Do know that it could feel like there's some slowdowns along the way, but as always, we are being supported and stepping into our fullest potential. So I hope this video was helpful. I also want to share with you that I am going to be starting a community, an online community in the next few months. And if you're interested in learning more about that, videos like this and the content that I've been sending out on a weekly and bi-monthly basis, all of that is going to be included in this community for a very low, reasonable price. So if you're interested in learning more about that, you can go to my website, laurelosullivan.com. The link is below, and sign up for my newsletter list, free gift. You'll receive a free gift, and you can be kept informed about that. I think it's going to be a really amazing opportunity to bring together individuals so that we can manifest into our full potential and learn about ourselves along the way and have some fun utilizing astrology to do so. Thanks, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.